Hi David, following on from our conversation the other day, how to maintain the account. So first thing we do, obviously log into the Google account. What I need you to do is where it says custom and you see the dates, make sure you've got the dates up to date. So there's no point in obviously looking at the 1st to the 10th of June, for example. So that's one of the first things people get wrong. So what we need to do is look at the date range that you actually want, which will show up here. You can see we didn't start until the 2nd of July. So basically what I'll do is I'll look at the 1st of July to the 16th, 1st to the 16th. But of course, it's not the end of today, the 16th. So what you'll find is obviously a lot of the data is not in there yet. It'll only be up to yesterday, midnight on the 15th. So next thing we need to do once we've got the date stamp right is in the first column, which is all greyed out on the left hand side, just click on where it says view all campaigns in this view, and then in the second column click on campaigns. This will give you an overview of everything that's happening in the account, and the next thing we need to do is in the first column leave it where it is. But in the second column, what you need you to do is go down to where it says keywords and then just see where it says search keywords. These are positive keywords that we've chosen for the campaign. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look along this line here of the columns, and can you see where it says impressions? So we want that one. We want next to it where it says either clicks. You can see the clicks here, but it's the same as interactions, so the same numbers are there. So it's impressions and interactions. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on interactions with the arrow pointing down. This is going to give us the most clicks at the top, working our way down. So the idea of this is to make sure that what we're spending our money on is actually the right keyword and we want to spend our money on it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I will only look at things that are enabled, and here only things that are enabled. That's the only one we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the keyword on the left hand side and we're going to decide, is that a keyword, yes or no? If you think it's a relevant keyword, then obviously we want to keep it in, but we want to make sure it's a price the business is prepared to pay. So inkjet and cartridges, move along the row until you see the average cost per click, which in this case is 51 pence, and so far we've spent £14.81 over this whole period, over the 14 days. So what we need to decide is, are we happy to keep that in? One of the ways that we can determine whether it's working or not is if we look at the clicks against the impressions, so 29 versus the 939, we can see we've got a click-through rate of 3.09. So Google considers 1% to be good. So what we're trying to do is increase the click-through rates in order we get the most accurate traffic, people who are potentially going to buy our product and service from us. Then what we're going to do is move down the row to the next one, and so on and so on. Once we get down, if you don't want a keyword, by the way, all you do is click on here. Don't ever remove it 100%, you just pause it. Okay, so if you don't want it, just pause it, because then it will remain in the system so we can see it at a future date. So never remove anything from a campaign. So next thing we're going to do is just move down the row until we see in the click column, you get to the point where you see no clicks. Okay, so at no clicks you can then stop, because there's no point in going any further. So we've now checked the keywords that we've actually spent money on. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to where it says impressions. So this is going to give us an idea of what the most popular keyword terms are that people are searching for. And again, we're trying to determine whether they are something we want to keep in there or not. So for example, the first one, office at home desk. Yeah, you can see it's in the desk campaign, and here you can see the impressions. We've had 5 clicks, click-through rate 0.48, 44p, and we spent £2.21. So the question is, are we happy with this keyword? If we're not, then we pause. If we are happy with it, then we'll move on to the next one. And we just make sure that we are paying how much we want to pay for it. Yeah, if it's too much money, then we turn it off. As you go down the list, you can actually start to see and identify straight away where you've had lots of impressions, but nobody's clicked yet. So here, computer desk, furniture, home office. It's a bit of a mouthful, and it's on a broad match. So the chances are they haven't specifically put that keyword in. So for me, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause it to get rid of it. And what we're trying to do there is improve the click-through rates as well. So this next one, desk office for home. Do you use desk and home in the same? I don't know. So this is where it's going to be down to your understanding of what that keyword is, whether you actually think that that is a keyword you want to keep in or not. So as you look down these zeros again, you've got printers with Xerox. I don't know what that means, but you probably do. So you could either save it, or we can obviously stop it. Which printer for photos? So again, you do that. So it's date stamp, the interactions or clicks, followed by the impressions. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same, but we're going to go to Insights, and then where it says Search Terms. So search terms are keywords and phrases that people have actually typed into Google, and they see your ad, or they see your ad and they click your ad. So what we need to do is, again, establish whether it's something we want to bid on or not. So as we look down this list, yeah, you can see, for example, here, let me try and find one, gamer desk. You might say, yes, that's us. Yeah, are we happy with the price? We've paid £26, 26 pence per click, £1 and 2 pence. We've got a good click-through rate there at 12%, and you can see here 4 clicks out of 31. Okay, so that might be a good idea to say yes, that's good. But if you look at the next one down where it says brother, it's a really broad term. You've got 748 3 clicks, 0.40. Again, what I would do is select it, and then in these ones, can you see when you select it, you've got this positive or negative. So if it's a positive keyword, it will go into the positive keyword section. If it's a negative, it will go into the negative, which means it won't show up again. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that one probably as a negative. I suspect you'd probably want that. So that's the kind of thing we're doing all the way down the list, and we're refining the list all the time. So here, Curry's printer sale, probably not something we want again. So again, we just click it, and then here what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in printer, I'm going to put curry as a negative keyword. So you can see there, this is also a negative keyword, so negative, yeah. And so here with brother, I only want it as a negative keyword on an exact match, which means it's got these brackets around. So if they put anything else like brother printer or brother cartridge printers or whatever, cartridges or toners, whatever it is, it's still going to come up. But if somebody types in just the word brother, then no, it's not going to come up. So you can start to see how we can filter this traffic. So again, once we've done the clicks, the interactions, what we can do is click on the impressions and do the same thing. And what we're looking for specifically is where you get things like this, where it's 281, no clicks. Here, gaming desk for sale, we've added it, but we've actually got no clicks. So I would say again, if you were looking for a computer desk, you wouldn't necessarily put gaming desk for sale. You'd probably just say gaming desks or something like that, and then start looking. It's unlikely somebody would put for sale, which is, some people are putting that, but yeah. So again, it's a decision that you need to make. Technology, camera accessories, digital photo printers. Yeah, again, it's broad. So what we're going to do is select negative keyword, save. Yeah, and that's going to be, and basically you go down the list like this. So here you can see where it says desk. But we don't want the word just desk by itself, because what are they exactly are they after? So you might say, okay, that's a negative, put the brackets around it. So if somebody just puts the word desk, they need to be more specific. They want an office desk or whatever it is, or you might say, well, actually that is a keyword. So it's really subjective, and it's down to the business owner to decide whether that's a keyword or not, because obviously you're the one that's spending the money on it. So that's how you maintain the account. There's only one more section to maintaining the account, which comes under recommendations, which is for you, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But ultimately, that's how you will be looking after the account. And like I say, if you want some time to do that together, the first few times, happy to do that. Thank you.